Mm. Hey, Fifi Jolly, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for being here. How you doing? How your garden season going? Have you started planting? Have you growing anything at this time? Me 1 second, please. All right, all right. So what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Happy gardening, everyone. How you guys doing tonight or today? Hi, my Renaissance grandma. How you doing? Hi, GT, Grows It, Alaska. How you doing? Thank you guys for being here. What's going on? Gardening season is here, guys. It's here. I'm sure that there's people still waiting, but it's approaching. It's approaching, and it's getting closer and closer and closer to planting this. So I'm hoping that you guys taking the time out with them seedlings and being getting them ready and getting your soil together. So when that time come, you just walk outside and transplant. All right. So happy gardening to everyone. Thank you guys for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. So let's talk about gardening. Let's talk about gardening because we're in the heart of gardening. So let's focus on gardening for a minute. Let me see. I am making tags for seed as we speak. Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. And mm, you know, sometimes, right? Sometimes it used to happen to me before. What used to happen is I never used to put the tags on my seedlings or whatever I'm doing. I'm just sowing seed. And then when they start germinating, which one, I'm not sure which one is which one. Which one is the herbs, which one is you know. So I gotta actually allow them to start growing before I can identify them. But over the years, it has changed because some of them if you really know, if you're doing this for a period of time, once you see the seedling germinate and they start pushing the leaf, you're gonna start identifying them. But the easiest way is to mark the seedlings for real. It make it easier for you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta wait till the plants them growing and before you could actually realize what you really have growing there. So I think marking your seedlings and know exactly what you have is the best thing to do. I'm telling you. I seriously did that for so long. Yeah, I used to do that, and then I used to gotta wait until I'm trying to figure out then which one is my cabbage, which one is, so make it easier for your own self, for real. I have about 7 different cucumber starts, so I have to tag. Okay, 7 different cucumber. You know what? Lately, the honest truth, lately I've been seeing a lot of different type of cucumber. Lately, I've been seeing the whitish looking cucumber. I've also been seeing some longer one. I don't know, but I'm seeing a lot of different cucumber. So I believe you do have that's amount, but that's a lot though. That's a lot. I'm not making tags because of the different variety. It is a lot more organized. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Once it works for you, you do it how it works for you, for real. Once, however, it come easier for you, that's how you got to do it, for real. But I know it used to be challenging in the earlier part, especially when you doing seedlings for the first time. Like I saw you might go in a plant this year for the first time. So you don't already know the seedlings. So you might be able to make out the pepper, the tomato, the okra. Okra is one of the easiest one to make out. Yeah, okra very easy to make out. Even the tomato, easy for make out. Even the pepper, easy for make out. Even the squash them. But squash is easy to identify, but there's so much different type of squash that you will rather to know. Like at least know which type you growing. So you know exactly which one you planted over here. Even a pumpkin. You want to make sure cause pumpkin almost look not exactly the same. But when they germinate and start growing, they almost look alike. So you might catch yourself planting pumpkins together with squash, which that's what you don't want. Or them pumpkin will take over all your squash them. So that's something you should definitely look into. Marking your squash with your pumpkins. You have Jamaica GM hibiscus started planter inside. Okay. Jamaica GM hibiscus started plant inside. The hibiscus. If you're talking about hibiscus, the flowers, I don't know, they stay outside. Somehow they come back every year. The hibiscus that I grow come back every year. If you're talking about the sorrel, I'm not sure what you're talking about, GT. Hey, Big Dog Philly, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? Thank you for being here, man. Easy for people that know. Well, you have a point. Easy for people that know. You have a point there. It's easy for people who know. If you don't know, it's a big difference. You're right. Yes, sorrel, yes, I start them indoors. The reason why you got to start sorrel indoors, right? The reason for that, I try to do them from outdoor, and the plants them just get big, and before it's ready to produce, the frost already hit it. So this year I start indoors. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe I stand a better chance of able to harvest in some sorrel this year. So it's wise to do them from indoors. Hey, Sissy, Texas Garden, how you doing? Thank you for being here. All right, all right. Yeah, so when when you're talking about the separation of the plants, pumpkin, different type of squash, even zucchini, all these almost look the same. You see what I'm saying? They almost look the same. So you want to make sure that you separate the squash, know the name of the squash, whether you have butternut squash, whether you have spaghetti squash, you have pumpkin, you have many different type of squash. You should mark them that you know where you planting them. Or pumpkin, when they germinate, they almost look like squash. It might be easy for some people to identify, but if you know you would be able to identify them, please mark them out. I think it's important. Hi, Unimportant Homestead, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Really? Oh, man. Wow. Sorry to hear that, Big Dog Philly, man. Sorry to hear that. Wow. Sorry to hear that. Wow. But anyhow, I hope everything work out, man. Sorry to hear that, all right? Right, so squash, pumpkin, make sure you mark them out. If you did, well, sorrel and okra, very close as well. Very close. Yes, sorrel and okra, very, very close. Okay, sorrel and okra, very close. So be mindful of that as well. So if you set in these seeds, make sure you mark them. You mark them that you could know what you're doing, that you know where you're planting them. And remember, sorrel and okra, I do believe love. I know. Let me give you some plant that really love the heat. So these plants, if it's me, I will plant them in the area where there's a lot of heat. Like for instance, okra, tomato, pepper. These plants just love hot sun. To me, the more hot sun they get, the more they want. So, and they strive a lot better in heat. So be mindful of that. Pepper, tomato, and okra. Be mindful of that, okay? I have to start okra again. My seed didn't germinate. Oh, wow. Yes, well, definitely need to get some more seed. If it's me, I will get some more seed. Do you grow corn? Yes, I do grow corn. And I have some corn growing right at this moment. Well, they start germinating right at this moment. Yes, I do grow corn. My sorrel are about 4 inches now, but when it gets hot, they're gonna be. Oh wow, yeah, yeah. When they get hot, the hot weather, they're gonna shoot up. Yeah. Oh wow, that's good. 4 inches tall. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm not good with keeping my plants labeled. I understand. I understand. I don't think it's a bad thing because I think a lot of people have this problem where we don't label our seedlings, but it's make it a little easier at the same time. Hey, Texas Lala, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? Do you have moringa growing? Yes, I have moringa growing right at this moment. And this is my fourth year growing them. Yeah, I have moringa right now. My moringa is growing indoors. But I germinate mine indoors and now the outside now. I put them in the sun. What size spot? Okay. I don't use the pot. I put them in ground. So Fifi might be able to answer that better for you. Let me see. I keep everything. Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Keeping everything labeled. That's wonderful. It's make it easier. At the end of the day, it's make it easier for you to know which plant you want. And then the thing about it is, especially when you're trying to plant them a certain area in your garden, like for instance, you're trying to plant them in the hot sun. So you really want to know which plant this is that you could know exactly where to put them in the garden. So it's a good thing labeling them. But I'm sure not everyone do it. But to me, it could make your life a little easier. Okay, I would say a bigger part already. Up padded ones. Okay, all right. So so we talk about okra, sorrel, talk about pepper. Well, I know many people ain't know about Edo. Edo is a plant I introduced to a lot of people. Plenty people never heard about Edos until I start growing it. Start talking about it. Edo is a pretty, if you do your research, is a pretty good plant to have. It rich in, it rich the fiber, it's rich in fiber. Do some research on it. And the good thing about Edo, it comes back. When you harvest, you put back the head in the soil and it come back the spring. It's a real very interesting plant. Hey Ricky Live C365, how you doing? Thank you for being here. I guess I like okay. Well, all right. Well, maybe it gives you more, to figure it out. Put you on the thinking and make you think more. Maybe it's a good thing. You never know. Maybe it gives you the opportunity to think more, to try to figure out which one. So I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. I really won't. I will start with the 1 gallon to. Oh, okay, all right. I know I ain't only one that label and then move around the plants as so that you mess up. I'm sure you're not the only one. I'm sure. Yes, my Edos are looking okay. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Just make sure and, unemployed port and homestead. Just make sure you keep the soil around them soft. Okay? In this form, they're gonna able to give you more Edos. Okay? Always make sure you keep the root around them soft. And you will be harvesting in October. That's when you're gonna be harvesting. When you harvest, you're gonna cut off the top of the Edo, the bottom of the plant itself, and you just stuck it back in the soil. It will come back the following year. All right? So that's a plant you have now that you will be able to eat food from for the rest of your life, if that's what you want. That's how good that plant is. That's you too, Ricky. Okay. Hello, the everyday life of an OCD chick. How you doing? Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being here. Hey, Urban Garden Chronicles, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes, Edo is a very interesting plant, guys. I talked about it a lot last year, and I end up I'm looking forward because I'm supposed to see some people in already growing Edos as well. You see, an important homestead already said his Edo growing beautiful. That's wonderful. Just make sure you soften the root, give them plenty soil so they will be able to produce bigger heads of Edos for you. All right? Okay. So we talk about the Edos. There's more different plants that look the same. Like you have, I want to say this, like you have elephant ears. Be careful, guys. Elephant ears almost look the same like Edos. They're not the same. If you know, you could identify them yourself. So don't be planting elephant ears and believe it's edible, because I don't have any knowledge of elephant ears edible. Okay? So be careful. Make sure you know who you're getting edibles from. Make sure. Okay, who are 86 degrees in Maryland? Oh, wow. That's some nice weather. I know you're tempted to go. I know you may be tempted to go outside and plant some food right now. Okay, 78 here. Oh, wow. Some beautiful weather out there. Right, elephant hair look like that. Yes, it look the same, but it's not. So be careful who you getting edibles from. For me, you cannot trick me because I know. But for the people who don't know, be careful who you get edibles from, because you could get elephant ears and believe you get edibles. All right? Be mindful of that. Okay, you'll be going out. Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure. Yes, guys. So, guys, what's going on? The garden season is approaching, and what you have in mind? What make you? What have you? Can't wait to get out there. What have what aching you to get out there? Help me out, guys. What really are you getting the ache, the urge that you just want to go outside and just start planting when you start seeing these weather, even though you know that you ain't hit the last frost as yet? Is anybody up in here getting that urge to get out there and plant? Or what you planning and planting that this year that you so excited that you can't wait to put it in the soil? Tell me about it, guys. That's hot. 88 degrees keep your soil. In 86 degrees, the honest truth is 86 degrees, I will not plant anything in 86 degrees. I will definitely wait. If you know you have to deal with 86 degrees weather, it's best you took them in the morning or in the evening. I will not plant anything 86 degrees. I'm telling you right now, that soil is still warm. And it's not like, you understand? And the sun, that heat, and then your seedlings, transforming from inside. Yeah, I'm not telling you guys what to do, but I will not plant anything in that kind of heat. Can you grow edibles from the grocery store? Yes, you definitely can. Yes, you definitely can grow edibles from the grocery store. Yes, you can. It's not an eight. It's not an eight. It's an itch. I want to grow the new things that I haven't grown before. Right. I understand. I understand. I understand. What get me out there to plant is the thought of harvesting my own produce and not buying it. Oh, that's wonderful, Ricky. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I got you. I got you. What is better than that anyway? When you really look at it, what is really better than that? I planted Swiss chard and carrots today. I know they can handle the frost. Yes, you ain't got to worry about the cold weather with them plant. And that's the thing. Once you know it's cold hardy, you should put them out there. You should definitely put them out there because they're going to stand the weather. So you ain't got to worry about that. Can I grow okra next to my corn? I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can, CC Texas Garden. I'm sure you can. I'm definitely, just give them a little space. Yes, you see what I'm saying? Give them a little space that they're able to spread. I'm sure you can, but if you do, give them some space that the okra could spread and the corn could do its thing as well. Or they're gonna need that space. But I'm sure you can plant them together. I plant a lot of different things together and very successful companion planting. I do that a lot. Very successful. I had an urge because I have a short growing season. I lose some okay before they reach harvest. Okay, right. I got you. I understand you, my Reverend Grandma, because the growing season is so short, and when the frost comes, there's so much food is still on the plant that didn't reach. Yes, I understand. I understand. 86 is not time to plant. I do it in the morning. Yes, I agree with that. I will not plant anything in that kind of heat. I wouldn't do it. I got 5 eggs today, only one Henley today. You got 5 eggs today. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. I need more snow. Gone to do my carrot in bucket. I'm taking different variety leaves this year. What kind you grow? Okay. Wonderful. Wow. Okay. 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 And I want to let me see. Sandra, I want to plant the Flanagan seed you sent me. Any tips? They already germinate. If they germinate, the honest truth, they could stand cool. They stand cool. Well, I don't know if it's your kind of cold weather, but mine is doing pretty well right now. I already plant them outside. Well, my thing is choke them deep, no less than 6 inches deep. No less, no 4 inches. Plant them 6 feet and more. Not 6 feet, 6 inches. 6 inches and more. Okay? And always keep their roots soft because they grow. Mine is doing really good right now. Really good. And this is what I do. I plant mine about 10 inches deep, but I wouldn't go under 6 inches. And I always keep the soil around them pretty soft, and they're doing amazing. But I also plant them when the weather was really cold and they faced some real cold mornings. So I don't know your type of weather, but what I will say, plant them at least 6 inches and more, and make sure you keep the soil around them soft. That's what I do, and it's working pretty nice for me. I will be harvesting my corn soon, so I want to have my okra started from seed so it take its place. Yes, that's wonderful. Yeah, of course. If that's what you're doing, that's good. That's good. And I like how you say that because this is how I do my garden. From the time I harvest something that's not gonna produce more, I already have something ready to put in there. So yes, put them okra in there. When should I grow them? Well, I'm hoping you already have the seeds already germinate already. I'm hoping you already put the seed to get germinate, because the truth is that to me, they do better in the spring than in the full heat of the summer. That's what I believe. Like they grow pretty well like into the spring, into the summer. But to plant them direct in the hot sun, because that's what I did last year. I plant them late last year, like in the summer, and I get some harvest, but the sun was really penetrating them. But this year, I plant them all year, and the way the plants them look, they didn't look like that last year. So to me, I feel they strive better in the colder weather. When I say the colder weather, I wouldn't say the winter. I would say like the spring into the early summer. To the right, right. I think they rather the mix, not too hot and not too cold. I think that's the area they love. From my experience, I think that's the area they love. The right between. So I will, if you ain't start germinating them as yet, you should start. You should put them out, you should start germinating them. Don't wait till the full summer heat. I think they do better in the colder part in the spring. Okay. I do it on the started. I'm trying to okay. Yep. You welcome, Sissy Texas Gardener Garden. You welcome. Can I plant it in the fall? You know what? I never plant it in the fall, but maybe that's a good idea. Well, this is your research for this year. Your research for this year is try to grow them in the summer and try to grow some in the fall. So that gonna confirm you which is better. Because I never go in the fall, but since they do better in the colder weather, then I believe the fall is better. But if it's me, I want to try some in the summer and also try some in the fall and also try some in the spring next year. And where you get the best result, that's where you stick. That's where you continue. I didn't know. That's the best. Well, that's the best thing. Sissy, Texas. I don't know what kind of growing season you have. I don't know what type of growing season you have. I don't know the length. But if you grow it like how you grow, you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. I love that. Corn, you know the corn done, they done with that. That's it for them. You should have something ready. As soon as them corn finish, you should have something ready to put in that hole. So that's a great idea. That's wonderful. Yeah, okay, yes, that's the best thing for you. So you That gonna make you by next year, you will be able to say, all right, they do better in the winter, the spring, or the fall. You see? All right. That's what I want. I want everybody to be scientists. And how you be scientists? Experiment. I need to start collecting drugs for winter sowing. I want my garden full of. All right. Do whatever you got to do, sis. Whatever you got to do to keep that garden rolling, do it. Because at the end of the day, you looking for food. You want food. So do what you can. I agree with that. I agree with that. At this time, well, for my garden at this time, I have a lot of food plant already. I have lots of head to start shooting up in the garden. I have corn growing up. I have herbs growing up. I have pepper growing. I have okra growing. Man, it's so much stuff I have growing. I have yam growing. I'm getting ready to plant my sweet potato. I'm gonna do some sweet potato this year. We have a long growing season, no cold until what? Well, if I have that kind of growing season, you should not be going to the supermarket at all, CC Texas Gardening. Not to buy vegetables, not to buy at all. You shouldn't be going there. Plant as much as you can, sis. Plant as much as you can. Plant as much as you can. I just put my beets and okra in the ground this week. Okay, that's cool. That's cool, Ricky. That's cool. Man, listen me, I love some beet and okra too. That's some of my favorite plant as well. Beet and okra. Right now, I already plant up. One my garden already plant up. You gotta see. I'm doing right now. I'm working on we call a food forest for someone right at this moment, waiting for some plants to come in. Then I gotta go to. I have another place I gotta go and start planting already. So I'm planting as much food as I can, man. And you guys should do the same. I gotta plant my beets right now. Okay, all right. One more fruit tree. Okay. Yeah, they have longer in season, but the Texas dry heat. Oh, okay. Okay, I understand that. I understand that. The heat. Okay, I know that heat ain't no joke. Yes, bro. Beets and okra is a big. Yeah, man. Beets and okra. Yeah. I love me some beets and okra, man. I'm telling you. Well, pepper love heat and okra too, Sissy Texas Garden. Pepper and okra love heat. So if you get in heat right now and you have pepper, yeah, you should start putting them in the ground. Yeah. Okay. Sorry to hear that. Wow. Okay, now Fifi say talk about fruit trees. Have anybody besides Fifi Johnny inside there lost fruit from their trees? I know I did. I know I lose a lot of peach off my tree. I know I lose. all the plum from one my tree, everything fall off. I mean, this year is pretty challenging. This year is pretty challenging with the weather. It's like this is for the longest while this year made me think twice of planting before the frost. Usually I'm planting before the frost. But this year really made me think. The last year I harvested my beet, it was so much. I still got. Oh wow, that's wonderful, man. Beats and okra put hair on your chest. I hear that, Nicky. I just love it, man. I just love it. Okay, this is why we have razor. I hear that. Oh man. Oh man. Okay. All right. So, okay, let me see where we keep put here. My neighbor mango tree are dropping a lot of young mango and they pick coconut with no water in it. Really? That's some crazy stuff right there. Picking coconut with no water inside them. And oh man, I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is going on, but something is going on. I don't know. This year, this year was very challenging with the weather that I never really faced for a long time. Usually in March, I almost plant everything. This year I had also go a month later. So because of the weather, you wake up one morning and it's freezing. And you really don't want to put your plant under the stress. Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. A fool. Yes, 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 yes. That's what's going on. Something is going on. Yeah, this year has been the most challenging growing season. I understand. It now began for me, but I never went through the losing fruits. By the time they now push on the cold weather hit them and you lose everything. I never went through that part. And usually, like I now say, in May, my garden already planted up. This year, I had also go a month further. Something is definitely going down. It was so dry last week. Was the first we got some rain. Oh man, wow! This weather is yeah. The weather is something this year. I don't know what, but something different this year. This is why I will always say, guys, save what seed you can. Save as much as you can because you don't know. All it takes, let me say this again. All it takes for serious time to come is 3 to 4 years of planting your crop and never able to harvest. That's all it takes. You know, for instance, you plant a crop and the weather destroyed it and you're never able to harvest anything from it. The food was never mature that you could get any seed from it. That's all it needs. 3, 4 years of that. And I'm telling you, it's gonna be a real tough time. Because all your seed that you own, you could lose within that time, you could lose all your seeds Because if the crop ain't produce, that you could get seed. What if the store decide we have no more seed to sell? It's getting, trust me, I think it's getting to a place now where people got to get conscious of what's actually going on and stop with the distraction. The distraction is to distract you from the real thing of what's going on. And if you ain't be careful, it catch you with your pants down. You see what I'm saying? Because we're too distracted from the real thing. I talked to the no. Okay, let me hear. Let me see. I talked to the nursery here and gonna sell my 6 fruit trees and not charging me shipping. And I choose a variety and shop all the plans from giving me more information about it. Wow. Okay. There be route 3 for next year. Okay. Yeah. Wow. I'm picking up. Okay. Okay. Yes. And the next thing again, all it takes a few years of losing all the fruits off your tree. You see what I'm saying? Save as much. I don't care what nobody wanna say, guys. Save as much seed as you can. You just never know what could happen in the next 3, 4 years. You never know next year the weather we get this. All it takes is some bad weather. That's all it takes. Bad weather. That's all it takes. And that could create crisis where there's no food, where there's people who want to grow food, don't have no seed. Be careful, guys. Pay attention to what is going on and stop focusing on distraction. There's a lot of distraction out here. There's a lot of distraction out here. There's places where you getting information and people trying to distract you from the actual information. So save some seed. That's all I can tell you. Let me see. Save seeds, and prepare to go indoors. I keep saying this and will not stop. I agree with you. I agree with you. I've been saying save seed forever. I've been saying it. Anybody who know me and who follow me know I've been saying this forever. Save seeds. All it takes for you not to have any seed is some weather, bad weather, destroying your crop. Then you reset the next year with the seed you have. Bad weather destroy your crop. Then the store decide we don't have none to sell. You see what going on? Just think about it. Pick sense out of nonsense in what I'm saying. I want to go live by river stream where I don't depend on the city water for my gardening and dry season. Right. I got you, man. That's the best kind of life you can basically live. Best kind of life you could live is where you have water, running water, it's a really good thing. And then, like you said, I don't really like pipe water. You know what I mean? I don't even like it for. I don't like it for me to drink. I don't like it for my plants at all. This is why I do not wet plants. If I'm wetting plants, it's got to be baby plants. Baby, and only if the sun is hot, is in the summer and the sun is burning. I will get in the morning, I'll go and I'll wet them. But I don't wet plants. And I'm telling you, listen to me, guys. If you guys listen, pay attention to certain thing I see, or if you even watch videos, you will see how you can do your garden without actually wetting your plants. And somebody might say, oh, how you could do that? Well, I'm a living proof of that. Once my plants start growing, there's no water. Only when the rain comes. You could do that too, but there's ways. The whole of last year, I've been talking about that. For the whole of last year, how to plant your food that take less water. My garden last year and before faced 3 weeks and counting without any water. And if you see how my plants are so green and powerful, 3 weeks without water. You could do that too. It's just ways. Okay. Yes. Yep. Hey, Lassus Johnny, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? We already had a hail last week that could destroy a whole group. You see what I'm saying? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Getting rain barrel if we have a jump. Okay, that could also ruin a whole. That's what I'm saying, man. The way things going these days, you cannot underestimate anything. I'm telling you right now. Anything is possible. I don't like pipe water either. When I wash home, Jamaica, we only use spring water. Right, exactly right. I just don't like sometimes you turn on the pipe and when you turn on, you see the white chlorine. I don't know what is that. They say it help purify the water. I mean, I just don't like seeing. Sad thing is that the end of garden season store throw the seed away because it has what you see what I'm saying? Exactly. And they're not gonna give it away. They're not gonna say, let's give it away. That's not gonna be the point. You see? Throw them away. That's why we gotta save our own seed. You cannot depend. You cannot depend on the store anymore. It's not to say they wouldn't have it, but you don't know when they don't have it. What if they don't have? What if they don't have no starts? What if they say, I'm not selling no starts? You know all it, guys, you know these things ain't impossible. That's all I'm saying. I know you guys are intelligent people, and you know you could pick You could put one and one together. Okay. That's it. I'm not listening. I've been saying forever. Forever. You know what I just look at? I just look at on my channel, right? I grow food a certain way. And I show the proof. It's not to say it's not to say I don't show proof. I show proof with my whole garden. I show planting. I show how I take care of them. I show harvest. I show everything about them. I already show that you can grow you could grow a garden using only natural product. All these extra stuff, you really don't need it. I already show that. And like I keep saying, my soil was red clay. Was red clay, but it never stopped me from growing food. But I decided I'm not going to no store and buy no sort of chemical to put in my soil. I'm gonna do it natural. And it did transform. Now my soil is amazing. Anything I chuck in my soil grow. Yes. I cannot tell anyone how to grow their food. You grow how you want. If we all plant our own food, the government will retaliate and find a way to stop us cause the well, you have a strong point there, Ricky. You have a very strong point. That's why it's gonna become a time. That's why you could be facing these times where our fruit tree, the weather just destroying our fruit. Then we just getting our crop destroyed. You understand what I'm saying? So if we ain't walk on saving seed, regardless of what, not everybody gonna plant food. Don't care how much you preach it. Not everybody gonna plant food. But if that come the case, it will be a problem. That's when you're gonna be realizing that the store is not selling you no starts. Or you only gonna get seeds that can produce 1 year. And you gotta go and buy seed the following year because the seeds that you get in only one crop they could produce. One crop. Because people are gonna be start pattern seeds. Yeah, that already start happening already. So this is what I'm saying. This time is coming. This time is actually coming when it's going to be a problem when so much people start growing their own food because companies going to start to get mad. Companies going to start to make less money because their crop is not selling because people plant. So that will become a problem. And soon your seed will only be giving you one crop. I believe that. Yes, and the seed are still valid. Pretty sad. Yet, planter, we are trying to get closer to it. Yes, that's all I promote. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people out here that comes up and talk about things, right? But they cannot show it. They cannot back what they're talking about. Like you could tell me all you got to say about a garden and a plant, but you can't tell, you can't show me the result. You see what I'm saying? Like I keep saying, if I want to grow cow, I'm gonna go to the guy who I see growing cow, feeding them natural, and his cow them looking healthy. That's where I'm going along. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't want the one that feed with chemical. I'm looking at the guy who feeding his cow organic and how his cow look healthy. That's where I'm going. If I want a chicken, I'm going to people who know how to do chicken. You see what I'm saying? And their chicken look nice and healthy. That's where I'm going. You see? So you got to figure out the way, how you want to grow your food, and look at them, that person, the people who could actually show you result, real result, not just result. Because what I'm learning that people harvesting and is not really what they grow, they're showing. You see what I'm saying? So not everybody could back what they're saying. So I'm going to who? Giving me the result. You see what I'm saying? We got to say, when I watch Fifi Johnny, shout out to Fifi Johnny, right? When I watch Fifi Johnny, the way she, the experience, the experience she have, and here the experience she have, right? Because she grow chicken in different condition. She grow chicken in places where was tropical area, and then also in cold area. So that's two level of information she have. She could do, I know how to do it in the tropical. That's where I know. But I never do it in the cold weather. So you got to add, she got the information from the tropical and from the cold, in the cold. If this is the kind of people I will recommend, you see what I'm saying? People who have the information. You see what I'm saying? I want to see result. I'm sorry. I want to see result from, if you're telling me about something, show me some result. So I can learn. You see what I'm saying? I can follow what you're doing. If you tell me, okay, this is how I do certain things, okay, all right. Let me see the result, so then I could say, okay, all right. You see? Like me, I could tell you, all right, I guarantee you this year, I'm going to grow peppers 7 feet tall. I could tell you that and prove that to you. You see what I'm saying? I just want to see result, and that's the people I will be following. Not people who Googling information and create a package and tell me. I want to see the result. So I'm into nature. I love nature. I mimic my garden from nature, because let me tell you something. I'm not sure if many people go into the forest, like actually go into the bushes, the forest. Just go in there and just look around. Look at the trees, look at the ground, look at everything inside there, right? Look at everything in the forest and just watch for yourself and see what feed these plants. I never saw nobody with fertilizer down inside here. I never saw nobody watering these plants, but look how beautiful and green they're looking. And then when I look back at my parents, then I realized, wait, they never used to water the plant either. They never used to water their plant either. So then I got back into, okay, I used to watch the depth that my parents used to plant their food and never have to water them. And that's what I do. I go back into that stage and watch nature and realize, damn, I ain't got to be watering my plants them. There's a Jew that comes every night. And this is where you got to realize too. There's a Jew that comes every night. If you wanna realize that Jew come at night, walk through your yard in the slippers every morning. Walk through your yard, all the grass, they get water at night. So I mimic nature and realize once you're dealing with nature, you have no problem with your garden. I'm telling you. We run from nature, but we end up have to run back to nature. Because nature is the way when come and gardening. It don't matter where you train your garden. Ain't nothing you could train your garden. The only thing you could train your garden and it look like it working for you is the thing people throw and then the plant shoot up in the air. I don't believe in these things. Why I don't believe in these things? Because I believe your plants take a certain time to grow and to produce. Rushing the plant to grow and to produce, your plant, the fruits from the plant is not getting the mineral and the nutrition that it's supposed to have. Number one, you rush it. It just shoot up. This is why plants take a certain amount of time for harvest, before harvest. Plants need that amount of time to harvest. Not we rushing them by adding things to them. And then the things you add into them also destroying your earthworm, also messing up your soil. So this is why I stick to nature when come and gardening. All right? All I know is natural because that's what I've learned growing up. I did try other stuff, but it's not for. Got you. Got you. I remember when my grandma used to trade her food, she planned to get things from other farmers. Exactly. Exactly. And that was the days. That was the days, man. But I think it's got to get back there. I think it's gonna get back there. I really do. I really do. It's money. Definitely. It's all a game. Did anyone come up? Okay, all right. That's true. Yes, get the woods. Yep. And guys, you better start going in the bush and start learn to pick wood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't go learn to pick wood to catch fire outdoors. You just never know. It's better to be prepared. Don't underestimate anything these days. That's why I want my yard to look like. Okay, all right, all right. You just got to put in the work, man. You just got to put in the work. You know, all right, give me 1 second. 1 second. Okay, guys. I don't know if you can see. Oh man, I hope you can see, man. Oh man. Oh man. But this is my bird cage. Oh man. This is my bird cage that gonna go up in my garden. You see? This is how much I adore nature and the birds. I don't think you're seeing, but this is a bird cage that goes in right in my garden for the birds to hang out. Not the cage, a place for them to hang out. I'm not sure if you guys can see me, and oh man. I'm not sure. You see what I'm saying? Invest in one of them, guys, and keep it in your garden. Invite the birds in your garden. Invite the birds, and when you invite the birds in your garden, what happens is it helps keep the bugs. It helps keep the bugs out of your garden. Make the birds comfortable in your garden. Generation, we never water. Yes, we never water our garden. And that's what I'm trying to. I'm doing the same thing. So, yes, guys, and shout out to Lassos Journey because she and her journey as well, and she showed proof where she lost weight. So, that's where I look. That's how I observe stuff. Result. All right. Hey, Jimama Grows, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? We use coconut branch and shade the young. Yes, that's what we used to do exactly. That's what we used to do. We used to do the same thing. Spread the coconut, build a kind of thing and spread the coconut. Yes, we used to do the same thing. Yes, the pattern is already there. We just need to copy it. Wow. It's getting there, man. It's getting there, guys. It's getting there. See, June 2 offers where you are. Oh, okay, all right. Right. Yes, bro. Where the storm took my power. For 2 weeks, I went to the bushes to get wood. All right, exactly. Exactly. We gotta learn. Well, I do it all the time. It's something I do all the time. I go into the woods and pick my wood because I just love to cook outside on the wood fire. I just love to cook outside. I just love it. It look like it bored up. Yes, yes, Jim. I see how it nice. Yes, that's how I look at nature. I don't just think for myself. So I have my boards, them place they could just relax and just have a good time. And I also have a board bath for them as well. I have a place that they could go and bathe. I mean, the boards look out for you. You know what I'm saying? It look good. Thank you. All right. Lord, I thought was me and hello that had border. Really? Yes, I got my board out. I ain't playing. I have board come in my garden. I have to cover my berry. Well, yes, in that case, if you have berry and you introduce in the boards, you will have to cover them. If you have berries, yes, definitely. You will have to cover them berries because they will eat them. Thanks for oh yes guys, thank you guys for all the thumbs up. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys. Hello the Isaac family, how you doing? Thank you for being here. The boards invite themselves. Yeah, I can't, I can't get rid of them if I try. Oh really? Wow. Yeah, I build areas for my boards them to have a good time. Yeah. Cause they clean my garden. That's the thing. From the time I start doing that, I don't see, like for instance, sometimes you used to see like caterpillar. I don't see caterpillar no more. I used to see this one used to be on tomato. I don't see them no more. So it tells me what I'm doing is working. Them boards is at work. You got to remember, right? In the spring is in the spring. All right. The everyday life of an sausage the chick. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you here. All right. Yes. In the garden season, in the spring, this is when birds start hatching. So when birds start hatching, they need the worms to feed their young ones. You see? So that's the perfect time for inviting them worms in your garden. Oh yes. Great planter, did you say my birds? Yes, they are my birds. Oh yes. We all one family over there. Yeah. They surely are my birds. Well, I can't get rid of. Well, squirrel, they just do me bad when come on peaches. Yeah. Squirrel do me bad on peaches. All right. Squirrel does do me real bad on peaches. Last year, for some reason, I was able to have his speech. I don't even know. I was so happy. I was so happy. The wasps eat the caterpillar in my garden, and then the birds eat the wasps. That's that. All right. Well, at least you know what, Sissy Texas garden, you ain't got to buy spray to get rid of them, and that's what's important. You ain't got to buy spray to get rid of them because you really don't want to be spraying up your plants them like that anyway. So let nature walk in your garden. It's a great thing. Nature walking in your garden. It's a great thing. I planted extra sunflower last season. I didn't see worms on my plant, so I'll be going at. All right, that's what's up. You do something, you see progress, you continue doing it. That's what's up. I agree. Yeah, that's circle of life. Let nature do its work in your garden. I'm no you see, we got to figure out what we can do naturally to able to eat from our garden. You see? Like for instance, like someone mentioned about berry in your garden, right? So if you have berry and the birds come by, the birds gonna be dealing with your berry. So in that case, you might got to cover them. That might be a little difficult, but in that case, you might have to cover them, right? But by doing that, You saving tomatoes, you saving collard greens, you know, you saving brassica in that form because the worms them that eats them up, the birds cleaning it up for you. You see? So that I think it worked really great for me. I think it's so amazing that I'm so excited that I don't have problems where things eating up my food. I listen, I remember this a year. I remember a year passed by, right? Where I stayed away from my garden for 3 weeks. And I had brassica, I had broccoli, cabbage, all kind of brassica. And when I come back, if you see what the worm did to these things, they almost destroyed the whole crop. And I promise that ain't gonna happen again. So I start using the remedy that my grandmother used to use. She used to use vinegar mixed with water. That works pretty well as well. And I used to use that, and that was working pretty good for me. Until I realized with the birds, I realized once the birds is there, they're gonna clean your garden for you. So now it's no more spraying. I'm not using no vinegar anymore. The birds is what cleaning my garden. You guys should try it. It really helps. It saves you from actually using chemical to spray and get rid of worms and all this kind of stuff. All right. So guys, how you guys doing, man? What's going on? What's going on? And guys, the Herb Garden Challenge. But the next update is the 25th of April this month. Yes, keep going, guys. Don't get discouraged. Keep going. It's getting there. Right now, we almost time to start planting. Don't get discouraged, guys. Please do what you can. Let's make this work. This challenge is, listen me, guys. You will be, I've said many times, it's a win situation for everyone. No one lose anything within this challenge. It's a win situation. So keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate each and every one of you. Keep doing what you're doing. The next update is the 25th of this month. Hey, John Stroot 67, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? So right now, guys, I don't know if anyone in here already start planting outdoor, like brassica, like start doing herbs, like is anyone in here already start putting food in the ground, whether it's brassica, whatever. If you start, just put whatever you start putting in your soil already. Let me know what have you planted this year so far that you can't wait to harvest. Okay. All right, Fifi. All I plant is outdoor, is brassica. And well, you have a cold temperature to deal with. So, brass, yes. The honest, let me tell you, the honest truth is, I will recommend waiting on that last frost because I did take some of my plant and put them because that was the test plan. The test plan is the plan to see how they're gonna handle the cold mornings. And I put peppers, I put okra, I put sorrel outdoors. And these plants really struggle. They're still alive, but they struggle because that early morning coldness mess with them. So I'm telling you, before you bring them out and have to go through that, put them through that stress, it's best you hold them a little more. And that for real. I got kale, my herbs outside right now. Okay. All right. You ready to go? Okay. That's wonderful. You ready to go? Yes. So let me see. Yes, bro. I put my beets, oko, and my gongo peas. Oh wow! Wait, hold on. Where you call gongo peas? Ricky Life. Is that pigeon peas? That's supposed to be pigeon peas, right? Because yes, I put mine on them outside, man. I'm so excited. I'm just praying that no cold weather pass through because cold weather do destroy them. Because I had some big one year. Oh man, if you see the size of these tree was huge. And man, the coldness have and had and blossom too. And the coldness come and wipe through and just lick down, destroy everything. So right now I'm just praying that that cold weather in touch, ain't come back again. I just hope that that's it. And kill, okay. I direct so some okra for a nature test outside. All right, all right, all right. That's the only how you're gonna know. That's the only how you're gonna know if you test. Oh, pigeon pea. Okay, all right. So it's the same peas. But you know what, Ricky? I love them peas, you know. I love them peas in pea soup. Oh my goodness. I love them peas. The green, whether it's green or dry, I just love them. So I'm looking forward this year to able to harvest a few of them. I'm really looking forward. Yes, I'm really looking forward. Yep, yep. Listen, in gardening, guys, you're supposed to become a scientist. I'm not gonna brag, no, I'm not gonna boast, but I'm not gonna wait for anyone tell me that I'm a scientist in gardening. I'm not gonna wait for no one because I might never hear it. But I know all that I did, all my notes I have. You understand? All my experiment I did. So you gotta become your own scientist too. I study plant from roots to the top. I study what can make a plant you get the most out of a plant. I know all these things. You could do the same, but how you do that, it's your own experiment. That dry peas have, yeah. I planted corn for the first time already in the ground. Okay, what? That's cool. Mine and them now germinate and now pushing up. I plant a good bit of them. Give me 1 second, guys. One. Yes. So yes, my aim this year, guys, my aim this year is actually to grow food. I promised myself I wasn't growing no brassica this year, but when I look at the weather, I say no, put some brassica in the ground because now we have to. I have to delay my planting instead of March. I got to do April. So the brassica them come in time. So now I'm able to harvest collard greens. I'm able to harvest kale, and my broccoli now start pushing out. Now start pushing out. So I think my garden is pretty good right now. It's pretty good. But when planting, guys, when planting the start, when after your last frost, the thing about it, moon planting. When we talk about moon planting, right? I'm growing everything I eat. Make sense. Make a lot of sense. When we talk about moon planting, my thing is you might be able to plant everything on that day, right? But if you can, you should try to plant some stuff on the moon on the days. But you might be able to plan everything, and so don't worry. Just make sure you get some plant on that planting day, and just plant whatever days after. Just take care of them. They're still gonna produce. Oh, thanks. Oh, okay, them Edo growing. Okay, that's wonderful. All right, so that's your Edo is growing. Who else did get Edo? Unimportant Homestead Edo is growing. Who else? Who else have Edo up in here growing? You're welcome. You're welcome. That's good. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited to actually see that people actually growing Edos. Okay. Your Edos is growing on the Endos. All right. All right. All right. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So that's three set of Edos that, oh wow, that I will be looking forward, guys. I will be looking forward. I believe I have over 100 holes of Edos plant right at this time. Over 100 holes. I don't know if you guys understand the amount of Edos that is. That's a lot of Edos. That's a lot of food. And this is my goal this year is to actually plant food. Food that you can store without a refrigerator. Squash, that's good to plant, guys. Right? Squash. This thing is food. This thing is thing you could just actually cook up together and get a meal. Squash, zucchini, pumpkin. Try to plant as much different type of squash. Pumpkin. These are actual food that can last for a period of time without you have, and you don't need a refrigerator. That's a good thing about it. That's where I'm going. Yes, I can plant plenty brassica, but guess what? What if I do a nice harvest, a beautiful harvest, and I put them up in the fridge, and the electricity gone? If I eat them out, they're gonna spoil. So this is why I'm looking at things different. I'm growing food that actually could last months without anything happen to them. That's where I'm heading. Squash is a good place to start. Carrots can last in ground without a refrigerator. I did it, so I'm talking. Okay, right. You did it, so you could talk about it. That's what I'm talking about. Experiment. If listen to me, even Edos or not, even Edos could last in the ground. Yeah, last in the ground until you're ready for harvest. Because guess what? In the heart of the winter, I think was either in December, January. After I did my last harvest in October, I was still able to basically while I'm walking the soil, I was digging up Edos. Good in the heart of the winter. So, like you said, carrots and maybe many other food could stay under the ground. So instead of you harvest them, you could leave them right there through the winter and you just take them up. That's a good way too. I got one plant of Edo growing in a pot. Okay. Well, that one plant could turn to many plants. Yeah. Next year you could have many. When you harvest that Edo, well, I'm sure you might know that, Ricky. You just take the head and replant it. Even beets I showed on my I did see a video for you with the carrots where you were staking them up. Yes, I do believe because when you harvest them, what do? You put them in the fridge. So in the winter, under the soil is like a refrigerator. So that could be that's a good idea, Fifi. But maybe you could leave some food in the ground and just harvest in the winter. That's something for we look into. Yes, one and you because I start out with 3 Edos. 3 Edos I start out in. And within 3 years, look how many Edos I harvest last year. One harvest, I harvest 75 pounds of Edo. One harvest. And I'm talking about, I start from 3 Edos. And now I have over 100 holes of Edos. And I only start from 3. So did you eat all your Edos, all your plants? So, okay. I'm adding to the backyard days. Okay. Yes, nature right there. Yep. Leave it in. Makes sense. Makes sense. It will grow. Take. Okay, you planted like 5, but only see 1 plant growing. I mean, Edo don't die like that. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You know, you know the Edo, right? The Edo plant. You know, sometimes on the side, it might have like a bump, like a place where I will push out. Sometimes I will cut off that peel, like you're peeling it. I'll cut that off, put it in the soil, and from that bump, it grows. Edo is very easy to grow. So I kind of believe they will come. I kind of believe they will come. They will grow. Is anyone grow ginger indoors? I never grow ginger indoors, but I'm trying 1 plant this year. Never do it, but I'm trying 1 plant this year. Because I had my ginger them inside, and the way how these ginger was growing, they was growing so lovely. So I decided I'm gonna grow 1 indoors just to see if I will able to harvest anything. Okay. My ginger is doing so well indoors. I'm scared to bring it. Honestly, I will tell you right now. Please do not bring it outdoor right now. Because I did plant some of mine outdoor and they're still alive. But the coldness they leave in look that green right now. You know what I'm saying? It kind of gets scorched up. So I say hold on a little. Hey, life from scratch, how you doing? Planta, I think you need to start a waiting list for Edos. Start for next year. I mean, you're right. You know what? I'm gonna put it in right now. I'm gonna put it in right now. For next season, anyone interested in Edos, please email me. All right? Because I will have tons of Edos this year coming. Because I have lots of Edos planned. So if you're interested, please email me. I will be selling Edos next year. Thank you, Live from Scratch. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because it's so much. Listen, me, I have so much Edos this year, and I plan half of what I planned. No, last year, and I plan half of what I planned this year. And I have so much I give away. I give away so much and still had so much to plan. So yes. Oh yes, Fifi, thank you for that. That's my email address. I will be selling Edos next year. Anyone interested, please email me. All right. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate you guys. Yes, keep them indoor, Fifi, because mine did not just start growing. You could see the Gallica struggle during these cold morning, but what I notice now, the weather start changing now. I'm not getting them cold morning like I was getting for the past months gone by. So I believe the season is here, and it's time for me to start doing some planting. Go real heavy in the planting. So you guys, how you guys doing? You guys good? Wait, today's Friday. All right, guys, don't forget on my other channel, on my other channel, Fifi, could you put the link in the description for me, please? In the chat. Tonight, guys, we have Caribbean night. And tonight, we're gonna have a special guest. Basically, every Friday night we're trying to do different island, like people from different island could come up and talk about their culture, like the food they grow up on, you know, like if you have any sister island, your culture, talk about it. That's what we're doing, and we have a special guest tonight. Last week we had a special guest, which is Fifi Johnny was our special guest last week. Fifi Johnny share some information about her island. So if you guys have the time and the chance, you guys can check us out tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's the link right there. So if you're interested, you could check us out. Let's have a good time. All right? And yes, guys, thank you guys for coming out again. Truly appreciate you guys. Don't forget, every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we go live, and right now an open discussion. But right now it's garden season, and we stuck to doing garden. That's all we're doing. Gardening for now. Until in the fall, we change it to different topic. So thank you guys for coming out. Truly appreciate each and every one of you. And guys, if anyone up in here from the island, if you're interested in sharing culture about, the island you grew up on, you could always email me and let me know. You know what I'm saying? So we could arrange that you can come and share, your culture. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you feel like sharing. Okay, yes, Lazarus, we have that going on right now. Different islands, so you know. All right, Ricky. Yes, man. We'll be looking forward to see you, man. All right. We'll be looking forward to see you tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the link right there. All you got to do, if you, and my email address is supposed to be on my page. So if you, yes, see you guys later. It's interesting, guys. We will be looking forward to see you guys over there. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a special guest tonight where they're going to be talking about the island and the culture, how they grow up, the food they eat, whatever you feel like sharing. is what you feel like sharing. We're not forcing you to share what you don't feel comfortable, just what you feel like sharing about the culture. All right. So thank you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming by as always. Thank you guys. Hope to see you guys tonight. Peace, love, and blessing to each and every one of you. Happy gardening. And don't forget, the 25th is for the next update on the Herb Garden Challenge. Peace and love, guys. Blessings.